Okay. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you use a Chromio PC to do things, which will be changing going forward. So I think that just blew up there. So let me resend this link out. Sorry about that. That was terrible. Yeah. Me and my damn PC. Hey, I admit it's a piece of crap. So that's unfortunately, I don't think it saved the same URL. So I'm gonna have to tweet this out again and whatever. But okay, we're almost done here. Sorry. Yeah, this PC. The only reason I used it because it was the only thing fast enough to stream 1080p video from a webcam. I had my 2008 MacBook Pro laptop, and that would hang the iMacs upstairs. So I'm not going to bring that down here. So this is like the only machine that I had set up whenever I was doing this. So that's why. All right, good. You got a notification. I'm glad. S8 Plus. What is an S8 Plus? You'll have to forgive my ignorance. I might be reading that wrong because my eyes are terrible. But yeah. Yes. Well, we're going to be testing these. Hey, maybe one of these will be the streaming thing. Oh, a Samsung. Oh, okay. I have no idea about any Samsung devices, so that could be a good thing or a bad thing. But anyway, so yes. So as I was saying, I got 5 of these computers. One is a later model I know works. These I think are all 2008 ones. And what we're going to do is test them. Some of them have hard drives and some of them don't. Some of them have memory slots and everything like that. I think all of them have graphics cards, which is nice. And usually when I get these machines, they're just like bare bones. And so we're gonna test it out. So, yeah. Can you send me one? Yeah. Well, some of these are in rough conditions. I think where I was before it cut off here, I was showing the scuffs and scratches on these. So these are not in beautiful shape at all. They're pretty rough. But yeah, so without further ado, let's look at this thing, because I don't want the stream to crash again. It's going to be a little bit awkward because I have... let me move the microphone here. If you guys can't hear me or anything during the stream, just tell me, and I'll move. Yeah, come and pick one up. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up because I already scratched this desk a bunch already. These were in a pallet, and the pallet had iMacs, and that pallet was in terrible shape. So, unfortunately, some glass is on these machines. So, yeah, let me turn the back around here. Oh, boy. And you can see it's kind of... Oh. Let's bring you guys over here. So you can see this one has a graphics card, which is nice. And not in too bad shape. So let's see what's inside. Okay. Of course, I put the wrong side facing that way. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to get a workout by doing this. My Apple Watch will be going crazy. Okay. So, let's get this door off. All right. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, okay. So, let's put this down. We have video card. Looks like the stock card. Nothing fancy. We have 3 out of the 4 hard drive bays. And we have the RAM risers with what looks like memory. And all right, we got hard drives here. Let's see if I can pull them out here. Max Tour, 160 gig. All right, not bad. I could always use a spare drive, even for just games or something. Samsung 160. All right, another 160. Yeah, the other one I got only has one hard drive caddy. And this, ow. I always like scrape my nails against the metal on this thing. All right, and this is probably another 160. Oh, 250. All right, and it's an Apple drive too. So, all right, not bad. What was that? What fell? Oh, this little plastic nub. Oh, okay. No, is that? Hold on. Come on. Ow. Does that come over here? Like this little thing. It almost looks like what goes on the glass of an iMac. But maybe it's from the door? And whatever. I'll put it aside. But I'm curious if this thing turns on. So let's plug it in. I have this other monitor here behind this PC. So I'm going to move this slightly. And I have a keyboard and a mouse. Okay. Thankfully, these have front ports. This one isn't too bad. There's some discoloration, some scratches. Looks like there's stickers here. One optical drive. If it explodes, we'll remember you. Yes, well, hopefully it does not explode. So I don't want that to happen. All right, so I'm going to plug in a video cable. And yeah, so the video card that's in here looks like the same one I pulled out of my 2008. It's a ATI Radeon 2600, 256 megabytes of memory. But it has two dual-link DVI ports, so it could run two 30-inch cinema displays. But all right, so I'm going to plug it in. Wait. My Mac84 friends would kill me if I didn't do this correctly. I'm going to plug this in and then plug it into the outlet. Don't want to fry anything here. Okay. So. Okay. All right, so let's bring the camera a little closer. And yeah, see, I had two cameras set up. I had this one set up. I was going to show you the screen, but yeah, that's not working. But okay, so I'm going to, let's see if we get the Pro and the screen into the, yeah, here we go. I'm going to turn it on, and we'll see if we get any power. Oh, okay, light goes on. Hear things spin up. That beeping is the display. Let's see. I mean, these, oh, okay, no chime, but Apple. Okay, maybe the sound's off or something. All right, so one turns on. Hear the hard drive spinning? That's good. Yeah, this display is weird. It's it actually pivots, so you could do this. So I have footage of it because I'm doing a video on that Apple Portrait CRT display. So yeah, it's a interesting little display. I think I got it for like $5 or $6. Has two DVI ports on the back, and I have one very similar to it that has two VGA ports on the back. But all right, so it boots. I don't have the name or the password, so I can't do that. Some of the machines that this guy got were iMacs from the same group, and they had firmware passwords on it. So let's see if this has a firmware password on it. I'm going to reboot, hold down Option, and if it comes up with a lock, then that's the firmware password. But I do have, I think I have the password for that. But I'm surprised this works. Oh, all right. Well, what should we do here? I have external hard drives. Yeah, hold on. I have one that I think has Mavericks on it or something. Let me get the disk. Okay, we have some drives here. Where did I put that enclosure? There it is. So I just need a cable. If you can't tell, I'm an unorganized mess, but yeah, that's what I was reading on some of the machines. At least the older ones that nothing is soldered down on, you could take out the memory and the battery or whatever, and it should forget the firmware password. Just looking for the firewire cable I had. Hold on one second. Because I have a little external hard drive that has a OS on it. So there we go. Where's that firewire cable? I actually usually hang them up here, so I can just grab one, because I'm always misplacing them. Firewire cable. Where is it? Huh. Well, it has to be around here somewhere. Let's see. I could just put it inside, but the weight of this little drive, I don't want to stress out the things. Yeah, I find a lot of firewire cables, it seems like people don't know what they are, and so they just like end up in thrift stores or just like end up lying around, which is kind of weird because when I first started finding them, I would pick up every single one I saw. I'm like, oh, I could use this, And I realized I'm like, okay, I have so many firewire cables, I don't know what to do with them at this point. And of course, I can't find one when I need one, but let's see. Is there one on the desk just staring at me and I don't notice? Yes, there is. Here it is. I put it over here. Yeah, I think this is a 2008 because of reasons. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. So I'm going to plug this external hard drive in. It's spinning up. That's how it works, isn't it? You're looking for something and then the next day you'll find it. Okay, we have a recovery partition. That should do it. Yeah, I know you can modify these in firmware flash them. I don't know if I'm looking to do that with these. I want to get one working and give it to my brother because he has a 2009 iMac that he could use an upgrade for. So this would be nice and a little bit more expandable for him. Yeah, and I don't know if we'll test the others, see if they work, and I'll probably just swap this drive between them because then I don't have to do an install or something the entire time. But I don't know, ProCat Views. I don't know where you are. maybe come over here and I don't have to do any work and we'll talk. Okay, cool. So let's look at this. Ohio. Well, you're closer to Jay than you're closer to me. All right, so this is Lion. Okay, I have Lion here. Short drive. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to, what was I gonna do? Oh, that's right. I was gonna do the Apple setup done trick. And that should let me wait, first off, that's not what I want to do. First off, let me quit this. Firmware password utility. Let's see. All right, good. Firmware password is off. That's good. Let's go to the terminal. I'm going to trick the machine into thinking I'm a brand new user, which should allow me to just create an admin account and all that fun stuff. Why isn't the terminal coming up? I had it open. Let's open up a program and try again. Yeah, the first gen iPods use a FireWire 400 cable. And I think the second gen, which were just a slight variation with the non-moving click wheel, use that. But the third gen up use the dock connector, I believe. Come on. Oh, is this like freeze up on me or something? Okay, the network utility opens up. But why won't the terminal? This is annoying. All right, let me just restart. I don't know why it's being weird. It boots up pretty quick, thankfully. It's the monitor beeping again. I wonder if there's a way to turn that off in the menu. Let's see. Menu. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I just discovered that if you hold down Control, that arrow turns to a little swirly refresh button. I did not know that. And I guess you're going to refresh the drives. See, I'm learning too. Yeah, I had a 5 gig. I have a 5 gig iPod. It uses the FireWire port, but it'll charge. But I think there's something wrong with the circuitry or maybe the pins because I can't transfer any information, unfortunately. So my iPod's stuck in the year 2003 or whatever, and I could charge it, but I can't transfer anything new to it or take music off or anything. It's only 5 gigs, so I think there's just about 1,000 songs on there. Me and my friend had a debate once if it was strictly 1,000 songs you could go over. I'm like, no, you have to be able to go over. That thankfully was the case. But I remember going to one of the Apple stores. We were on a road trip with my family, and we stopped at an Apple store, and they had like sort of a discounted table, which was very unlike an Apple store. And I'm like, what is this? And they had an Apple, or maybe it was a Belkin hip case for an iPod class, the first generation. Like, oh, this is great. And then they had the remote for it. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So I bought the remote and I bought the case. And I'm like, why is this stuff so discounted? And then they came out with the 3rd gen, like right after. So I was like, oh, okay, that explains it. All right, so let's see. Volumes. All right, so which one do we want? Okay, so there's 3 hard drives in here. One is macOS hard drive. I'm sorry, Macintosh hard drive. One is NAS 1 and NAS 2. So this was like a network attached storage setup, which is interesting. Okay, so CD4. Okay, and let me just see if that Apple setup done thingy is in here. So if you remove this file, basically it thinks that there's a new user and it goes through the first time setup, which is cool. So yes, there is. So remove Apple setup done. Cool. Let's quit this and we'll reboot. And if I just choose Macintosh hard drive, okay, so Mavericks is on here. Yeah, there's a lot of mods I saw that you could put SD cards and compact flash cards and things in the older iPods, which I think is fantastic because there's, it's harder and harder to find the 1.8-inch hard drives, the little tiny hard drives that were in the iPods. And it's just much nicer to just have a flash-based iPod. It also, from what I understand, makes the battery life for those much better. So there's really no con to putting one of those in there. You just have to be very delicate. Yeah, let's not start any fires. Let's hope not. But that's something I definitely want to try out. So that'll be cool. Sweet infinity shot. Woo! All right. So we should get like the little intro movie thing. Maybe. Yes? No? I think so. It's thinking about it. Yay. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to just swap this hard drive on all the machines so we don't have to do this again. Your internet connection type. Ooh, is this might be OS 10 server because this is giving me a bunch of questions I'm not used to. Or maybe I just skipped the... Yeah, never mind. I probably just skipped the internet setup and I'm not used to seeing this question. But you have to set up the network now. Come on. Yeah. We're not connected. I don't care. The good old days of setting up Macs. All right. Yeah, we agree to the agreement. Sure, why not? I just put in a weak password here. Nope. And we'll just change this icon to Mr. Penguin over here. Why not? Continue. All right, so it's creating an account. Great. So we'll be able to log in. Probably see a bunch of files we're not supposed to. Loading that up. That's good. It's going to take a second. Okay, cool. So we do have, it's not going to show. That's some things that really are a pet peeve of mine on OS 10 are like the default preferences, like not showing the hard disks on the desktop, which is annoying. Well, yeah, the recycler is not the person that I know. The person I know lives in my area. He's the one that goes to that recycler. But yeah, they obviously don't. At least for this, they didn't pull out the hard drives or anything. So yeah, that's why if you're giving away a computer or something, or I've seen neighbors just put out a PC tower like on the curb, and I go to them. You got information on here, not just going away because you unplug it. Oh, it crashed. Well, it's still there's data still on there. I mean, I got a spinning wheel here, so I'm just going to kill some time. But the clearest example of this is I got a PowerBook G3. I think it was a Wall Street, and right on the desktop was the guy's taxes with the Social Security number. So if I was a bad guy, I could have caused him a lot of pain by, having all of his sensitive information there. You just never know what's going to happen to the machine, and you don't want to, be a fool. So this is chugging along here. I don't know if it's reading something or trying to contact something over the network or whatever, but it's sort of bugging out. So I don't know what it's. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we could look at About This Mac. All right, who wants to guess the year? Let's take bets on, not bets, just friendly guessing on the year. So I'm going to click About This Mac in a second. And I'm going to say it's a 2008. That's my guess. I don't know about the memory. Hopefully at least 4 gigs or something like that. All right. So get info here. This is taking its sweet time. I wonder if it ignored it. No, it didn't do that. I've been alerted by Greg Rutke that I have 800 subscribers now. Sweet. I didn't know that. Thank you, guys. That's awesome. That I did not know that. That is cool. Yay. Thank you guys for supporting me and watching these crazy streams like this. I appreciate it. That's really cool. Thanks. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is a Mac Pro 2.8 gigahertz quad-core Intel Xeon. I think that's a 2008, guys. Is that not a 2008? I'm going to whip up Mac Tracker on my phone. No, the job, Jay, is to recruit somebody to subscribe. Then you'll be okay. It won't be a round number anymore. Let's see. Let me look this up. I think it's 2008. Yeah, dual 2.8. Let me go to system report. It should be a 3,1 if it's a 2008. Yeah, there it is, 3,1. Oh, 12 gigs of memory. That's not bad at all. I'm sorry, Jay. When are you releasing your app for the App Store where I could just tap and then take a photo of the Mac and it's going to magically put in the specs on my screen? Let me know when you get that working. No, but Jay has an awesome website, and I will go to it now because I'm going to type the serial number in. Oh, how about I can type here? Wow, I cannot type today. I cannot type. Okay, so yeah, that's I type. Oh, I forgot the info part. So go to appleserialnumberinfo.com if you have a Mac with a serial number and you're not sure what it is. So we're going to put in this serial number here, Jay. Hey, you be happy. I'm using your tool. 421LB XYL. All right, so let's see. I'm curious, like, the exact year and everything. So, all right. So this has Bluetooth in it. That's cool. And Wi-Fi. That's neat. Sell Your Mac will give me $20 for this machine, which is probably about what the guy paid for it from the recycler. Built in 2008 in October. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, go to appleserialnumber.com. I'm going to paste the link in the chat there. If you ever have any Macs and you're trying to decode that serial number, it's a very, very handy website. Okay, so this works. Should I move on to the next one? I don't think there's really... I'm going to see if there's any... wrong mouse. I'm going to see if there's any interesting programs or anything on here, but I'm not really about to just like snoop around someone's disk for the hell of it here. I'm just trying to see if these machines work really. So yeah, so the hard drives seem to, all right, these are blank maybe. These NAS hard drives seem to have nothing on them. Always turn these things upside down, inside out. Check the inside for a MetaMax sticker. All right. I'll do that. So yeah, so these NAS hard drives are blank. Okay. So this, yeah, all right, whatever. This machine is pretty much stock, I think, which is good because I don't have to reinstall the OS or anything. Looks like it had Microsoft Office on here. Stuff and Expander. Okay. Oh, and some Adobe CS6 stuff. Sweet. Perfectly legitimate, I'm sure. But yeah, all right. Oh, hey guys. Okay, so I'm gonna shut this one down and I'm gonna eject all these disks. Well, eject the external disks. And I guess we'll move on to the next one. So this is the first one. I have 3 more to go. But let's do this. So let's shut this down. And yeah, that's not bad at all. All right, cool. So, it's, yeah, I mean, maybe it's just my inexperience with the pros, but they take a little bit to shut down. They always take a while. And you have the monitor beeping again. Oops. Okay, so let's take this down. I'm going to run out of space real fast with these machines. Oh. Okay, this one goes on the ground because it's heavy. Let me put this door back on. I think I only have like one of these where the door isn't completely scratched and terribly beat up. Speaking of beat up, let's look at the worst one. Okay, I could guess that this is the one that probably took the worst beating here, because look at that poor handle. And it's wobbling around. Yeah, this is my project desk. Everything that I play around with is on this desk. So we got dial-up modems. We got, let's see what we got here. We got an Apple QuickTake camera. We got an Ethernet tester. We got VGA to DVI adapters. We got an Apple 1200 baud modem on here. So, yeah. So for those of you who missed the beginning, my friend does upcycling and PC repair and stuff like that, and he found these. This looks like it's missing some goodies inside. So. I didn't open these before, so I'm just looking at this for the first time here. Let me just take this out of the way. But it looks like the optical drive is taken out of this. So we have no optical drive. The graphics card's there. Looks like, yeah, there's no memory. This is Dust City. Oof. But this is clean. So there's no RAM in here. Let's see if there's any RAM on the bottom. Oh, yeah. All right. So there is. Oh, jeez, that is dusty. Ugh. All right. So there's 2 gigs. I'm not going to blow this out because it's going to get dust everywhere else. but I'm going to have to clean these. All right. So no optical drive. The graphics card is still there. It's just the standard API one. The sticker on the back makes me think this is identical to the other one, so a 2008. But let's pull that hard drive out, if I could do that. And at least this, oh, this has trays. Let's see if there are any drives. No. Oh, wait. Oh. It helps when the latch is up. Oh, here's another Apple drive. 160. All right, well, I'm going to put this in the second bay here just because I know this drive boots and I'm not going to waste time doing that. So let's put that up here. All right, thanks, Jay. I'll probably be here when you get back. All right, so I'm going to plug this one in again, unplugging it from the wall, then plugging it in, then plugging it into the wall. Sneak in front of the camera. Oops. All right, so we're going to plug in. Well, it's plugged in. That's interesting. This had like paper on it, so maybe this was where the pallet was, and they like put a sign on here or something. So, yeah, but we're going to see if this works. I mean, it's in pretty beat up condition. I mean, that handle is this. Oh, that's just sad. But let's see. All right, who wants to see if it works? All right, let's see. Okay, thanks, Jay. Yeah, if I see the cards, I'll if I need any cards, I'll let you know. Okay, we have some light. Did I plug in the? I did not plug in the graphics part. Oops. Hopefully, I wasn't too late to do that. Okay, so we have a blinking light on the front here. So maybe it's memory. Maybe there's something wrong with it. I mean, it's not surprising because it's not surprising because the optical drive was taken out. Why would someone take out the optical drive if there wasn't something else wrong with the machine? So not surprising. It could just be that the memory boards are not seated properly. So what I will do is I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to reseat the memory boards just in case that's the case. Because it's very dusty. I mean, this thing could use a cleaning. I'm not going to go nuts testing all of them here. I'm just trying to see if some of them work or some of them turn on at least. I mean, yeah, it's blinking again. So, not entirely sure what that code means. Do you guys remember? Because I'm pretty new to these Mac Pros. I'm gonna guess the blinking light is like the other machines where it means there's a issue with the memory where it doesn't like the card or something. So, I mean, these things are caked with dust on the inside. So it could be that simply there's dust on the connector. It's not making a connection or anything like that. All right, let's try again. No, same thing. Okay, so this is problematic. I'm going to turn this one off, but that's okay. I got a hard drive out of it. I got some sleds. Maybe the power supply. So all in all, not bad. I mean, if I could get these drives out again. There we go. Oh no, not bad. So let me unplug this, and we'll try number 3. So this was the third one here. So what are you guys running? What's your main machine that you have? Mine is now a Mac Pro, but I'm curious. You guys are MacBook people, iMac people, PC people, iPad people. What are you guys running? What's your setup? Oops, I almost took the keyboard for a ride. Let's put that back down. Let's see, 2009 Mac Pro, 2014 MacBook Air, Mac Pro 2008, Dell Inspiron, Surface Pro. Pro in quotation marks. All right, let's grab another. Ugh. Oh, these things are heavy, man. Ow. Ugh. All right, let's try and... There's very little room right here because... Oh, boy. 2006 Mac Pro, early 09 17-inch MacBook Pro. Yeah, I have 5 total. Ooh, this poor guy. Oh, let me put this over here first. This one's in pretty rough shape. Let me detach this. So first off, doesn't look too bad, right? But there's boot prints or feet and footprints on here, unfortunately. Move this here. And the back, you could just see, got pretty bent, the back, in this area especially. So it's very rough. You could see some of the ports are sort of bent there. So, I mean, there's a reason why I got these for a bargain. Yeah, it looks like it's been abused. So, all right, so I'm going to take the door off. We'll see if there's any goodies inside this one. Oh, these are heavy. That's like the 80th time I've said that. Well, it has a graphics card. Let's see. 1 hard drive. Okay. This comes out. A 320. Hey, we're getting higher up. I'm gonna leave this one out just because I want to boot off the one. Well, attempt to boot off of the one that I know works. So I'll put that in. Same ATI graphics card. There is some memory in the bottom RAM riser card there. It's a little scratched up besides the footprints, but you leave this off for now, I guess. Plug this in here and plug it into the wall. And plug in, let me move this actually, because otherwise I can't plug in the video cable and it's going to block the screen. Ugh. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'll put my butt in front of the camera again and kick the tripod for good measure. Okay. All right, who wants to guess if this one's or not? we are 1 for 1 here. So, well, 1 for 2, I guess. Let's stop talking, Steven. All right, so I'm gonna try and turn this one on. You think this one's gonna work? It looks like it's in better condition. The optical drive's still there, so it wasn't scrapped for parts. Yeah, all right, so let's turn this on. Or try to. The light looks like it's solid. The monitor to work. Cool. All right, so this is booting up. I'm curious to see if this is the same specs. I didn't get a chance to look at the sticker. I do have a few G5s. I have a 1.8. I think it has a bad power supply. I have a dual core 2 gigahertz, one of the later ones from 2005. I have an iMac G5 that was my brother's, and I the water cooled one that leaked all over. I got that for free. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And I think I have another dual 2 gigahertz, but that has a power supply problem or something. But okay, so it booted up here. All right, let's guess the specs here, guys. Let's see. What do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be a 2007, 2008? Place your bets. I'm going to guess that they're all the same. I'm going to guess this is a 2008 as well. Those hard drives making noises. All right, let's go to about this Mac. Oh, yeah, 2.8 gigahertz quad core. Ooh, only 2 gigabytes of memory. That's sad. That's a little too little amount of memory for this beautiful machine. I mean, it works. It is in pretty poor condition, but it does work. So that's pretty cool. It looks like it's struggling a little bit. It's probably indexing something or whatever. That's the system report here. Yeah, I have a 2008 MacBook Pro. It's still kicking, thankfully. It's actually like my main laptop. I have a newer laptop at work, so I use that sometimes. But the 2008 MacBook Pro is the same laptop that I've been using for years. And I got that because somebody posted it on Craigslist because they spilled wine on the keyboard, and the computer still worked. And this was maybe 2010 or 2011, so the 2008 model was still pretty good. And I think it's a custom one because it's like 2.66 gigahertz. It's a late 2008. And so I just replaced the keyboard, and it has some quirks, but it worked. I mean, it was the fastest machine I had for the longest time, so I was happy to get it. Yeah, so this looks pretty good. Looks like we have Bluetooth card installed. We have wireless installed. Cool. So, all right, 2 tower works, 1 doesn't. I guess we'll test the last one. So we're already been here for like 40 minutes. So, but this works. I mean, I don't think that's too bad. I mean, geez, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these towers. I'm gonna trip over them. But all right, let me shut this down, and we'll get to the final one. We'll see if it's successful, and we'll see. All right, so let me drag the other one over here because it's heavy. Okay. Oh. I don't know where I'm going to put this because, well, here, they're all over the place. I have no room. I can't step there. So, all right, let's move around slightly here and try and move these around. Ah, yes, the plastic MacBooks. I have a few of those. They're nice. They're not bad. I mean, today, yeah, they're slow, but I remember when I was using one, I'm like, wow, this is so much faster than my old PowerBook. All right, let's take this hard drive out. Ow. Got my fingers stuck in there. That's not good. Okay. Put this drive back in. That on the bad one. All right, so it's easy to remember. The one with the screwed up handle is the one that doesn't work so far. All right, so I guess I'll put this, balance it on the other two like I'm stacking blocks or something. Oh boy, I almost smacked the camera with this thing. All right, so this one doesn't have a door, and I hear glass inside of it. So one of the pallets had iMacs in it, and the glass broke. So yeah, let's move this keyboard. So guys, this is missing, the cover here. Looks like the airport card may be missing, or maybe it fell in there. There is a graphics card, same one we've seen before. This is full of memory. 4 gig, 4 gig, 1 gig, 1 gig. Okay. So we got 10 gig on one card. Gigs, rather. 1. Okay. And 4 on this. So 14 gigabytes of memory. It's a weird number there. 1 hard drive. I got these Mac Pros for free because I helped someone. I'm in the process of helping them get ready to sell a bunch of iMacs. So I'm helping them image the drives, troubleshooting them, replacing things in them, fixing them up. A lot of sweaty time in an outside garage with not a lot of ventilation. But I'm doing it of my own free will. And he's a very nice guy. And he's always looking out for stuff for me, which is nice. So I cannot get this hard drive out. Yeah, pretty lucky when they work, but all right, another 320 gig. Not bad. Let's put that over here. Hey, I'm not always lucky. I get a lot of machines that you guys never hear about that just don't work, or I pay money for them and then they don't work and things like that. So it just right place at right time. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. So it's always a gamble. You never know. That's why, as of late, with computers, I haven't been really spending much on them at all because, first off, I have too many. And second off, there's just like, with the people I know, there's always going to be machines. There's always going to be laptops. So recently there was a 17-inch MacBook Pro Core 2 Duo that I was interested in from my friend. And I almost got it, but I'm like, I mean, it was in good condition, but he had someone that was interested in it, and he wanted a little more than I wanted to pay for it. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need it. There's going to be more. There's always more computers. So it's not like these things, they were only sold like 2 of them or whatever. There's thousands, millions of models and all these things. So, all right. So this one's plugged in. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat here. I should be. Yeah, this is an IKEA desk. Oh, you left one at the recycling center. That's sad. Can we get an F in the chat for a G4? I'll spell out an F. There. All right, so last one here. What does it say? There's a sticker on the front. That's some guy's name. Okay, whatever. All right, so let's see if this one works. Looks like the light is not blinking. That's a good sign. Let's see if the monitor lights up. There we go. All right, so in total, the 5 machines I got, 4 of them do work. That's nice. That's awesome, man. Now, yeah, they're not the best. You're not going to probably find these as desirable, especially since the new ones are going to come out. But a 2008 is not too bad as long as you have appropriate software and things that, older software, older operating system. You don't need the latest and greatest stuff. I'll probably turn one of these into a server or something. I don't know. But here, let's go to the specs. I'm guessing it's going to be the same as the other ones, guys. About this Mac. Yeah, 2.8 gigahertz quad core, 14 gigabytes of memory. Yeah, I hope they plummet in price too. That's what I was waiting on, actually, to get one of these. But you can't beat free. But I was waiting to get one of these machines because it's just, the dual core ones are just so expensive. And I bought a single core 2009 for a little over $160 during the spring or a few months ago. And my idea was to eventually get a dual CPU tray for that, but I was like, those are expensive, so you buy an army of them. Okay, yeah. So this is 3,1, 2.8 gigahertz. We got the DVD burner in there. We have no Bluetooth, so that card is probably dangling around or off. Let's see if we go to network. Yeah, I don't see Wi-Fi, but Ethernet's here, which is fine, of course. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was. See, the PlayStation 3, the big old fat one, I think in some of the slim ones too, used to have a other operating system option. You could install Linux on them. I did install Linux on them. I installed Linux on mine. I think it was Ubuntu or something like that back in the day. And it was a backwards compatible 60 gig PlayStation 3. I installed the other OS on it from that software. It worked, but they like crippled the graphics power. So there was no functionality really, no accelerated graphics, no powerful graphics when you were booted into Linux. So like, what was the point of it? So I couldn't play games or ROMs or anything on that. I couldn't install anything neat. So it was basically like a fast computer with integrated graphics. Eventually, Sony removed the other OS option in an update, which actually sparked a class action lawsuit, which I was a part of, which supposedly I was supposed to get like $40 or $50. I ended up getting $10. But they wanted proof. And I actually, in my, photo obsessed life, took a photo of the machine running Linux. I don't know where the photo went, but I also made a Facebook status of, I'm uninstalling this. So when they asked for proof, that was the proof I submitted, a screenshot of my Facebook status from back in the day. But when they updated the PlayStation software, they removed that other OS functionality. And so you had to update if you wanted to use online functionality and stuff. So you were forced to remove it. The reason I think why they included that other OS functionality is for tax reasons. Because in some countries, if you sell a game console versus a computer, there are different taxes you have to pay. And Sony claimed that this was a computer. It wasn't a game console. It was a computer entertainment system, just like the PlayStation 2. Just like the PlayStation 2 was. So that also had a Linux kit. So I think that they were trying to sort of say, no, it does more than play movies and play games. It's a computer. Here's Linux support for it. So that's my theory. I'm guessing that's what's going on here. Yeah, sorry for the tangent. I blame him too. But yeah, this Mac works great. Not a cell processor or power PC like the PlayStation 3. But yeah, this is a quad-core Xeon. So that's pretty cool. I got 3 working ones of these. I'm going to give one to one of my family members. And yeah, I think that's they're all tested now. So we've been sitting here for almost 54 minutes. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me. I'm just going to be probably shutting these things down and moving them around. But I appreciate you joining the live stream here. I have some upcoming videos I could talk about if you guys have any questions. Yeah, so let's open the floor to questions as I attempt to tidy up some things here. Yeah, I just did hit 800 subs, which is cool. So thank you guys. Yeah, it's very weird because I remember like getting like 50, then 100. I mean, I started this channel almost 2 years ago. I much more recently now I'm releasing a lot of videos and doing more live streams, but the channel is about 2 years old. And getting to the 500 mark was like a huge milestone for me. I'm like, oh wow, 500 subs. And ever since then, I feel like it's been like every time I release a video, there's like a handful of subs every week or so. And now I'm at 800, so that's pretty amazing. So I appreciate you guys' support. If you like stuff, you retweet it, or you share it on Facebook or something, that's really cool. So thank you. Yeah, 200 for a Mac Pro with the dual CPU tray. That's not bad at all. That's a pretty good price. Yeah, so I was saying before, this monitor can actually tilt into a portrait orientation. And I have stuff in the way, but there you go. So it could be almost portrait. I mean, it's kind of square, so it doesn't make that big of a difference. But yeah. Yeah, totally do a live stream where you mess around with the old Macs. I'd watch it. Yeah, I mean, I take my time with the videos that I do. That's why there's not as many of them. And they take a lot of time. And the iMac I have was really being problematic because it would just die with the graphics card. It would just shut down and panic. So I'm switching to one of the Mac Pros, the one off screen that's a newer one. And hopefully that'll be a bit better to use than my iMac failing all the time. So, which is sad because that's a 2011 iMac. I bought that. That's probably the last computer from Apple I'm going to buy for a while because honestly, I'd rather buy them secondhand or build a Hackintosh because I can't afford that new Mac Pro. So that's my option here. But I'm fine with the Mac Pro I have now. That would last me a while. But yeah, anybody have any questions or anything? I'm probably not going to go to over an hour here. Are you going to do a video on the Macintosh portrait display? Yes. It's on the shelf over there because I did shoot all the footage. I just never put it together. So it is sitting on a hard drive. I had to put that together. That's why I brought this out because I'm going to show this rotating, a little sneak peek here, and say, hey, this is a portrait display. I did show a screenshot. No, I did a little video clip of that in my best pickups of 2018 video I released in January. So go check that out if you want to see what it looks like. It's a really interesting little display. I love it. I remember seeing it at a yard sale years and years ago. And I finally got one. I think it was like $10, but I had to drive in the pouring rain to get it. So it was annoying, but what's that red adapter thing? Oh, this here? This is a RS232 9 DIN 9 a 9-port serial. It's a PC serial adapter, male-to-male connector. So I'm trying to get something to work with the Sega Dreamcast to get that online via a Raspberry Pi. But the modems I have, so basically the Dreamcast has a dial-up modem. The broadband adapter was not supported with all the games, plus it was very expensive in the United States at least. So somebody built a little application on the Raspberry Pi that you could use the Dreamcast modem to talk to another modem, and then the Raspberry Pi talks to a broadband internet network. So trying that out, but I'm not having too much luck. So this was part of the plan as I was messing around with things. Yes, that's why my desk is so messy. There's a lot of crap here because I just like, oh, I'm going to take a 56K modem and mess around with it. And here's the Raspberry Pi. You know? So, yeah, so that's some of the craziness I've been doing here. Let me gauge your interest on it while I have you guys here. So as some of you've seen, I did a video when I went to Japan, just a quick thing. And I got some cool stuff in Japan. I was thinking of doing a live stream of showing some of the cool things I got there, little wires, things like that. Would you guys be interested in seeing that? I think I'll do that maybe, I want to say maybe the weekend or maybe next week. I have to get some things together, need to find that, but I don't know if that's of any interest. I mean, not all of them are Apple related. Some of it's video game stuff, some of it's little computer doodads, but just thought I'd ask you guys while you're here. Okay, one person says they'll watch it. That's cool. Thank you. So, yeah, thanks, Matt. Oh yeah, Pippin. Yeah, those are cool. I always wanted one, but I can't afford one of those. But Cool. Thanks, Charlie. So yeah, we're just at the hour mark. So I think I'm gonna end it here unless anybody has any burning questions. As always, you know where to find me. Twitter, Instagram, Mac84 TV is the handle. Mac84.net is the website. Go to patreon.com/Mac84 if you want to support me. Just $1 a month, you get behind the scenes access to a lot of little clips and stuff like that that I don't post anywhere. They're exclusive to that. And you get, notifications of other cool stuff that I'm doing. A little behind the scenes sneak peek there. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I had fun playing around with these Macs and having an audience. It was better than doing it alone. And we got lucky. Some of them worked. So that's pretty cool. But if you didn't check it out, I did release a video on unboxing a Macintosh Plus. So go check out that video. I worked hard on that, and it was a lot of fun doing that. So if you haven't looked at that, take a look. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. But I guess that's it for now. Make sure I didn't leave anything on the comments. Nope. All right, that's good. Good night, guys. And thank you for watching as I awkwardly hit the end stream button and probably miss. See ya.